Recorded Books presents Perfect Match by Jodi Picoult, narrated by Carol Monda, with Michele O. Medlin as the voice of Nathaniel and Susan Bennett as Nina Frost. This book is directed by Abigail McHugh.
Prologue. When the monster finally came through the door, he was wearing a mask. She stared and stared at him, amazed that no one else could see through the disguise. He was the neighbor next door, watering his forsythia. He was the stranger who smiled across an elevator. He was the kind man who took a toddler's hand to help him cross the street. "Can't you see?" she wanted to scream. "Don't you know?" Beneath her, the chair was unforgiving. Her hands were folded as neatly as a schoolgirl's, her shoulders were squared, but her heart was all out of rhythm, a jellyfish writhing in her chest. When had breathing become something she had to consciously remember to do? Bailiffs flanked him, guiding him past the prosecutor's table, in front of the judge, toward the spot where the defense attorney was sitting. From the corner came the sibilant hum of a TV camera. It was a familiar scene, but she realized she had never seen it from this angle. Change your point of view, and the perspective is completely different. The truth sat in her lap, heavy as a child. She was going to do this. That knowledge, which should have stopped her short, instead coursed through her limbs like brandy. For the first time in weeks, she didn't feel as if she were sleepwalking on the ocean floor, her lungs fiery, holding on to the breath she'd taken before she went under. A breath that would have been bigger, more deliberate, had she known what was coming. In this horrible place, watching this horrible man, she suddenly felt normal again, and with this feeling came the most wonderfully normal thoughts. That she hadn't wiped down the kitchen table after breakfast. That the library book which had gone missing was behind the dirty clothes hamper. That her car was 1,500 miles overdue to have the oil changed. That in the next 2 seconds, the bailiffs escorting him would step back to give him privacy to speak to his attorney. In her purse, her fingers slipped over the smooth leather cover of her checkbook, her sunglasses, a lipstick, the furry nut of a lifesaver, lost from its package. She found what she was looking for and grabbed it, surprised to see that it fit with the same familiar comfort as her husband's hand.